Shalom, friends. This week I'm coming to you from the summit of Big Slide Mountain in the Adirondack High Peaks region of New York State. And behind me is what is called the Great Range of New York State, with Algonquin over there and Mount Marcy and the rest of the lower Great Range right behind me, Gothics. One of the things that you can't see directly from this video is the network of trails. Most of what you see behind me, I've hiked, I've climbed. And oftentimes when we are climbing these mountains, we wonder about the decisions that were made as the trail kind of goes up and goes to the right or the left and double back and goes back up and then comes back down. And we wonder from our perspective, what on earth is going on that we take such a circuitous way up the mountain? We can't really tell until we get to the summit, and then we can look down perhaps and reflect on, oh, that's why this particular trail went the way that it did. In this week's Torah portion of Kitetse, there is a major change in the narrative as we are confronted with the sin of the golden calf that the children of Israel commit when Moses is lingering too long, 40 days and 40 nights on the mountain with the Lord, the mountain of the Lord. And I don't want to focus on that. I'd rather focus on what Moses does after. As he's beseeching the Lord, he says to him, I want to see your face. I want to see your glory. And of course, the response very famously is, no man can see my face and live. But Moses has already spent 40 days and 40 nights in the presence of the living God. What does the Lord mean? If we look at the portion in its entirety, we see that there's a great deal of forgiveness that's extended. There's a great deal of mercy shown. And one of the things that Moses wants to understand is, how can he be so forgiving? Now, he's already asked. He's asked the Lord, please forgive your people. But then he's in his heart wondering, how can you be so merciful to us when we are so wayward? And the Lord is saying, I'm going to set you here in the cleft of the rock. I'm going to go by you, but you cannot look as I'm going by. We're going to cover your face. But only after I pass will you be able to see. See, when Moses says, I want to see you face to face, he's saying, panim apanim, I want to see into your heart. I want to see how you express such great mercy and love to us. I want to know your heart, Lord. But Moses has to wait until the Lord passes by. And then in the afterglow, he can see the way that the Lord has gone, the way that the Lord has made, and how he has shown the great mercy and love that he did for the children of Israel then, but also to us now. Moses will not see what he desired to see on Horeb, the Lord face to face. He will not see that vision. He will not see the reality of it. He will not see the fullness of it until we read the text in Matthew 17 on the Mount of Transfiguration, when he sees there, along with Elijah, the face of Yeshua the Messiah. Then he sees the heart of the Father and how he can forgive with such depth and so far beyond our ability to understand. He will see how the Lord had to give his son in the pain and the anguish that he was sparing Moses the sight of. Had Moses seen the anguish that was to come, the anguish and the devastation and the judgment that fell upon Yeshua on the cross, I think he would have given up then. Oh, how could that happen? But he sees Yeshua face to face. He sees the Son of the Father. He sees the heart of the Father. And he sees how he can give us such great forgiveness, even in spite of the depth of our sin, our turning away. Because the Lord leads us, forgives us as he's leading us, as we follow in that afterglow, as we follow that path that sometimes doesn't make any sense to us. We see that the Lord had it all in plan, all in hand, and he knew that he was going to work it all together for our good. So even though we cry out to, Lord, let me see you face to face, there's a reason why he holds back such a gift. And he does so in order that we see his Son, that he gave for us while we were yet sinners, who died for us, so that we can then be reconciled to him and spend eternity with him, face to face. Amen. Amen. Shabbat Shalom.